meaningful relationships and improve their overall emotional well-being. Furthermore, this language can also be used in educational contexts to teach children and young adults about emotional intelligence and communication. By incorporating the language of emotional structure into curriculums, educators can help students develop a better understanding of how emotions impact their relationships and how to communicate effectively with others. However, it is important to note that while the language of emotional structure can be a useful tool, it should not be seen as a replacement for spiritual language for those who find meaning in it. For many people, spiritual language provides a framework for understanding and making sense of their emotional experiences. It is important to respect and honor these beliefs and not dismiss them in favor of a purely secular approach. In conclusion, emotions are a crucial aspect of communication and form the basis of an emotional structure between people. The language used to describe this emotional structure can be seen as a replacement for spiritual language, providing a more accessible and inclusive way of talking about important aspects of human experience. By incorporating this language into therapeutic and educational contexts, we can help individuals develop a deeper understanding of their emotions and relationships, leading to improved emotional well-being and more meaningful connections with others. However, it is important to respect and honor the beliefs of those who find meaning in spiritual language, and not dismiss them in favor of a purely secular approach. Art and culture play a significant role in the formation of emotional structures. Through art and cultural expression, individuals and communities are able to communicate their emotions, experiences, and values, thereby creating shared emotional connections and a sense of belonging. One way in which art and culture help in the process of forming an emotional structure is by providing a medium for emotional expression. Artistic expression, whether it be through visual art, music, dance, or literature, allows individuals to communicate their emotions in ways that may not be possible through words alone. For example, a piece of music may evoke feelings of joy, sadness, or nostalgia in the listener, creating a shared emotional experience between the composer, performer, and audience. Similarly, a painting or sculpture may capture the essence of a particular emotion or experience, allowing viewers to connect with the artist on an emotional level. Another way in which art and culture contribute to the formation of emotional structures is through the creation of shared cultural experiences. Cultural events and traditions, such as festivals, ceremonies, and rituals, provide opportunities for individuals to come together and share in a common emotional experience. For example, a religious ceremony may evoke feelings of reverence, awe, or gratitude in its participants, creating a shared emotional connection and sense of community. Similarly, a music festival or sporting event may bring together individuals from diverse backgrounds, providing a shared emotional experience and sense of belonging. Art and culture also help in the process of forming emotional structures by providing a means for exploring and understanding different emotional experiences. Through exposure to diverse artistic and cultural expressions, individuals are able to expand their emotional repertoire and develop a greater understanding and empathy for the emotional experiences of others. For example, reading a novel or watching a film that explores themes of loss, grief, or trauma can help individuals develop a deeper understanding of these emotions, and may even provide a sense of catharsis or healing. Finally, art and culture contribute to the formation of emotional structures by providing a means for preserving and transmitting cultural values and traditions from one generation to the next. Through cultural expression, individuals are able to communicate and reinforce shared values and beliefs, creating a sense of continuity and connection across time and generations. For example, traditional art forms, such as folk music, dance, or storytelling, often serve as a means of transmitting cultural knowledge and values from one generation to the next, reinforcing a sense of cultural identity and belonging. In conclusion, art and culture play an important role in the formation of emotional structures. Through artistic and cultural expression, individuals are able to communicate their emotions, experiences, and values, creating shared emotional connections and a sense of belonging. Art and culture also provide a means for exploring and understanding different emotional experiences, preserving and transmitting cultural values and traditions, and creating shared cultural experiences. By embracing and celebrating art and culture, we can foster a greater sense of connection and empathy, and create more meaningful emotional structures within our communities and societies. Communication is not just a matter of exchanging information, but it is also an emotional process that reflects our cultural norms and values. Communication is a tool for transmitting an emotional structure that shapes our perceptions, beliefs, and behaviors. This emotional structure is particularly evident in art, where artists use various forms of communication to express their emotions and ideas. According to Antonio Gramsci, communication is a powerful tool for creating and maintaining cultural hegemony. He argued that cultural hegemony is the dominant culture's ability to maintain its power by controlling the way people think and act. Gramsci believed that this control is maintained through the use of cultural tools, such as art, literature, and media, which transmit the dominant culture's values and beliefs. Gramsci's ideas are particularly relevant to the study of art, where the emotional structure of communication is most evident. Art is a powerful tool for transmitting emotions and ideas, and it is often used to reinforce cultural norms and values. Through art, artists can create a hegemonic structure that shapes people's perceptions and beliefs. Walter Benjamin also recognized the importance of communication and art in shaping our emotions and beliefs. He believed that art had the power to transform our perceptions and create new cultural norms. For Benjamin, art was a way to challenge the dominant culture's values and beliefs and create new ways of thinking. Benjamin's ideas are particularly relevant to the study of modern art, which is often characterized by its ability to challenge traditional values and beliefs. Modern art often challenges the hegemonic structure of dominant cultures and creates new forms of expression that challenge traditional norms. The emotional structure of communication is evident in all forms of art, including visual art, literature, film, and music. In visual art, artists use color, form, and composition to create emotional responses in the viewer. In literature, authors use language and narrative to create emotional connections with the reader. In film, directors use visual and audio elements to create emotional responses in the viewer. In music, composers use melody, harmony, and rhythm to create emotional responses in the listener. All forms of art are used to transmit an emotional structure that reflects our cultural norms and values. This emotional structure is created through the use of symbols, metaphors, and other forms of communication that create emotional connections with the viewer or listener. This emotional connection is what creates the hegemonic structure that reinforces cultural norms and values. The emotional structure of communication in art is particularly evident in popular culture, where art is used to create and reinforce cultural norms and values. Popular culture is characterized by its ability to appeal to a wide audience and create a shared cultural experience. This shared experience creates a sense of community that reinforces cultural norms and values. For example, popular music is often used to reinforce cultural norms and values. The lyrics of popular songs often reflect the dominant culture's values and beliefs and reinforce them through repetition and emotional connection with the listener. Similarly, popular films often reinforce cultural norms and values through their narrative and visual elements. The emotional structure of communication in art is also evident in the way that art is used to challenge dominant cultural norms and values. Many artists use their art to create new forms of expression that challenge traditional norms and values. This can be seen in the way that modern art often challenges traditional forms of art and creates new forms of expression that challenge traditional values. Challenges the hegemonic structure of dominant cultures and creates new cultural norms. As Walter Benjamin stated, the task of the realist artist is to break down the false consciousness of the masses and to substitute a new consciousness that reflects the truth. For example, modern art often challenges traditional notions of beauty and form by using unconventional materials and techniques. This challenge to traditional values creates a new form of expression that